Adam Christ from MyMMAnews.com, being joined by Josh Jackson. He has taken on Piankhi Zimmerman at FightWorld 21 this Saturday, February 12th, in historic Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. It will be for the FightWorld Lightweight Championship. I'm being joined by my man now, Josh Jackson. Josh, it's always a pleasure catching up. No different this time, man. Thank you so much, brother.
Of course, thanks for having me.
Oh, of course, man. So, uh, it's another time on the mic for me and my man Josh. So, how have things been? I know you're coming off of a big win with your last fight at Fight World against Tyler Collins. So, what's life been like, man? How are you?
It's been good. Everything's been rolling relatively smooth. We had mentioned earlier the passing of Betty White. That was a rough one, but we've been
It was heart wrenching, dude. And
maintaining.
2 weeks before she turned 100, like, come on.
The worst thing was is like, so I saw a bunch of articles of her, like everyone was talking about her turning 100 and what she did, and I was like, they're jinxing her. And lo and behold, 5 days or so later, dead.
Wow.
Sad.
Uh, it was very sad, and it was the last one of the Golden Girls to go. And as we've talked many a times before, I know the Golden Girls was a big part of your life growing up.
Mm.
You cherish the times of growing up, and it's just the chapter closed. But we'll remember the good times of Miss Betty White, and that's all we can do.
Yeah, actually, about the side note about the Golden Girls, I got a script, a signed script for Christmas, and had all of
No
their
way.
signatures on it. Yeah, so that's my new prized possession right now. I got to hang it on the
Oh,
wall here somewhere.
oh my gosh! To catch fans up, I mean, they would have to go back and listen to previous interviews we've done. Where does the love for the Golden Girls come from? Let's just catch people up since they're listening now.
So when I was younger, I would go to my grandmother's house all the time in the morning, and she'd always have whatever playing on the TV, whatever channel it was, and Golden Girls would come on for like 2 hour block, and I just started watching it from there, and slowly fell in love with the show.
Yeah.
A lot
Can
of
we
life
expect?
lessons.
Can we expect to thank you for being a friend to be your walkout this time?
I think it's a little short. That's the only thing that because it's only like maybe 2 minutes long.
I know, man, but I mean,
So
with
it's like
modern technology and a bunch of friends, I'm sure that can some chop some stuff up and splice some stuff. We can get a hip hop beat behind it, dude. I'm sure we can do big things with it.
we could probably do it that, or I can just sprint out. One of the
Sprint
two.
out. Hey,
Just
man,
sprint out.
you're taking the easier route. I can appreciate that.
I try, whatever's the least amount of work, uh, and especially the least amount of money that comes out on my paycheck.
Exactly. Least amount
You
of
know,
work and most productivity. I can dig it, man. So
that's
this
about.
this is your first fight professionally for a championship belt. Am I right in that?
Yes, it is.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
does that up the ante in this bout, or is it just another day in the office?
I mean, I like the big fights. I like the pressure situations. It's always been like that. I've always wanted to be the guy, like, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Hmm.
Um, so I think it brings the best out of me. Um, so I mean, it makes me very excited when I get these opportunities.
And you co-headlined the last Fight World in Pennsylvania, and Pianki was the main event, obviously setting
Mhm.
up this dynamite matchup of a main event. What did you get to see? I mean, you were a little busy, but I know you were able to see a little bit of the main event. You were able to go back and watch some of the card. What was some things you were able to take away from the Pianki fight?
I mean, I've known Pianchi for a little while. I've seen him fight a few times. He's got great cardio. He's very durable, very tough, um, and he's there to fight. Um, and I think that, as far as like mental toughness, that's his like he's very strong mentally. And I think that carries him through a lot of fights.
Hmm.
Um, as far as technically and stuff like that, we don't get into that on the
Of course,
interviews.
of course, of course.
But yeah, he's like I said, he's a vet. Um, he's fought Bellator. He's a tough, durable guy. He's got a lot of cardio when he comes to fight.
Now his last fight was for the King of the Cage lightweight championship. He came out, so it's like champs or sorry, cha belt collecting season for him.
Mhm.
I know you're looking to disrupt his plans and everything, but where do you distinct yourself as a better fighter than him from everything you've seen from him?
Um, I would say I'm just a little. I'm sharper in a lot of areas. Um, his stand up is good. He's got, like I said, he drives a good pace, but I think I'm just cleaner in a lot of different places as far as the stand up and the wrestling. Um, the wrestling along the cage and the clinch.
Hmm.
It's no disrespect to him. I don't want to sound like, I'm putting him under the bus, but, I believe in myself, more than anybody else. So
Of course. And if you're not going to believe in yourself, who else will? But I mean,
who else?
talking about throwing under the bus, I saw some rumblings online from his end actually, and I'm going to be talking to him later, so I wanted to get his impression of it, but I wanted to ask you first. Now, usually championship fights are 5 minute rounds, and I heard some rumblings on his end that said that you didn't want the 5 5s, you wanted the three. Is that correct?
So what I think what happened was is they wouldn't sanction the 5 5s in PA. I'm not sure what. I
Okay.
mean, my people handle all that. I don't.
Right.
Um, so I'm not honestly sure what was going on with that. I heard that they didn't sanction it, and then a couple weeks later they said that they would do it. But that's all. It is what it is. We don't get paid by the minute either way. So
What's your take on that? Him thinking that maybe you don't want the extra smoke, the extra two championship rounds.
I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't bother me any. I mean, we could have did 5, we could have did 3, but we signed on for 3, so that's what we went with.
In a perfect world, I would anticipate. I'm not asking you to give your game plan, not like you would anyway, but are you anticipating it going less than 3 rounds anyway? I see. I'm pretty sure you pick up where I'm getting at.
I It is a surprise. You have to
Oh,
tune in and you have to tune in and find out.
you'll have to
How
tune
about
in and
that?
find out. We're not getting any bold predictions out of my man here.
You got to come to the surprise. Pay your
I'll,
$60 and come on in,
I'll be
or
there
you'll
center
be there.
cage.
Yeah,
I'll be there center cage. I'll be the one announcing the winner. So, hey, I got best seat in the house as far as I'm
best seat in the
concerned.
house, other than the ref.
Other than the ref, you know what? A ref and a judge is something I would never want to do.
Oh yeah, it's a lot
I
of.
Way too much pressure, way too much people that are going to hate on you no matter what you do. You can't win it losing.
Nope.
It's no, I wouldn't want to do it. So if I was to ask you, how do you think the fight's going to play out? Because I know you're going to say you have to come and see. But do you think it's going to be a ground battle? Do you think it's going to be striking? How do you think it's going to play out?
I think it will be. It'll be a good mix. It'll be a great mixed martial arts bout.
Okay.
Um, it really depends on where the wind blows us.
Okay.
I don't want to give too much away. I'm
Bl-
very stingy about that.
Blink once if you plan on finishing this fight. No, I'm joking.
I mean, we always go in plan to finish. I know he's going in
I know
plan to
that.
finish.
I know. Of course. All right, man. Well, obviously, you're going to let the fans witness it for themselves. You know, the action's going to be taking place in just a few days in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. A historic battlefield indeed, and there's going to be historic battles taking place that night. So, before I let you go, man, how about your sponsors, your social media? How can fans keep up with JJ?
Um, Man, what is my Instagram handle? Was it
I
J? Was it J Jackson MMA?
I could pull it up for you right now.
Might be J Jack MMA. I gotta get better at this.
I gotta get better.
I really do.
J Jackson underscore MMA. You
There
can
you
catch him
go.
at Instagram.
Of course.
I had to do the work for. I had to plug the journals had to plug you for you,
I
man.
mean, if you talk
You're
about me, it's better than me talking about me.
I guess you're right, man. But it's like we're living the bougie lifestyle. You're like, man, tell them how they can get at me.
I just need I need to write it down to be honest. Um,
What about sponsors?
Sponsors is Il Forno, best pizza
Hmm.
place in Frederick, probably the world. My uncle sponsored me, Schaefer Restoration. If you guys ever need your car fixed up, he's got you. And my cousin Anthony is a local barber, Anthony Bowie. Um, he's always looking out. So those are my guys. And then of course, we got uh, the Fort MMA and Crazy 88 MMA, my teammates. So good.
So one last question before I let you go. Everything going well, pending you win this bout, you getting your first professional championship bout. Where do you think this takes you next? This obviously opens up a ton of doors for you. Where do you think you go next?
Hopefully, hopefully I'm getting the call to the big show, but we'll see where God takes me. I mean, I've always left it in his hands, so wherever I got a big test on Saturday, and that's where my focus is at. So whatever happens after that is, you know, cherry on top.
I love it. I'll see you in the cage on Saturday, Josh. I appreciate you taking the time as always, brother.
Of course, thank you.
There he goes. Josh Jackson set to take on Piankhi Zimmerman at FightWorld 21 for the lightweight strap. I was about to say Light World. The FightWorld lightweight strap. It's going down this Saturday, February 12th in historic Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. For Josh Jackson, I'm Adam Christ. Make sure you keep it locked to MyMMAnews.com for all your fight news.